Hello everybody, welcome back. Here is an update video on the progress of my avocado plants. The last video I made was about 4 months ago, and that was also the 4 month mark of when I had planted the seeds. So here is an update on the five or six plants that I have. And the last that I left off, I had just repotted them into a larger pot, and some of them showed signs of droopiness, and it looks like in general they have all seem to have come back to life. Anyway, let's just start with plant number, this is plant number 5. This was the first one, not the first one, but the one that's furthest away and exposed somewhat to the elements, as you see the water drops on there. It had been raining overnight, and it looks like this does get some rainwater. So number 5 was the tallest one, and the roots of this, if you recall, wasn't very deep. So it looks like the roots, or in other words, the roots didn't grow very long when I had planted this. Now, over the past several months, when my gardener comes, he has a blower that blows through this area to get all the leaves out. And I've noticed a couple of times that when he was blowing, he would blow the bulb out of the out of the soil. So I've noticed then that the roots haven't grown at all, and I'm surprised that it hasn't, because this, I guess this plant isn't getting any taller, but we're getting new growth from the top here. But also looks like some of the bugs may have gotten to it, since it's kind of eaten up over there. But anyway, since the gardener had blown the bulb off out to the side, I decided to bury it completely. So now it's completely buried, and the blower doesn't blow it out anymore. But if you take a look, it looks like the leaves are still drooping on this one, as it was earlier. So it doesn't look like this one has made a lot of progress, although we do have a little bud growing on top. Okay, next one, this was from the black pot. And in the black pot, as you recall, let's see, this was also one of the taller ones from the black pot, and this seed was one that had previously had split, and as I mentioned in my other videos, because it has split, I was concerned that it wouldn't grow anymore. But all I did was push them together and planted them in the black pot before, and now this looks like it's doing okay, other than the I guess the damage there due to maybe insects, and also in the black pot I had used a cactus mix. So in the cactus mix, we noticed the roots had grown all around it filled up the entire pot. So now in this one, I put regular potting mix in there, and wanted to see if that would make a difference in the growth. But I haven't dug it up to see whether the roots have grown anymore. But it looks like this is doing well. You have the new growth coming out from in here, and the top's growing well. The leaves are pretty firm, so I think it's doing okay. Okay, the next one, number 3. So this was in pot number 3, and this one looks a little healthy now, healthier. The roots on this one was pretty normal, and I had this one put into a mixture of potting mix along with the cactus mix. So it's not 100% potting mix, although these two are 100% potting mix. This has some of the cactus mix in it to loosen up the dirt, and hopefully will give the roots some leeway to grow. And it looks like these leaves here are growing well. Before, the droopiness, I guess, was some of these leaves were drooping, but they're pretty firm. And this looks okay. It looks like it's growing. I don't think it's grown a lot since I had them planted. And this one is underneath the overhang, so they pan back a little bit. You can see that the soil over there is wet from the rain, and this is dry on this side. So this is sheltered from the rain. And this one's doing well. Okay, let's see. Now this one here was formerly, this one was in the clay pot. Right, this one was in the clay pot, and again, also this was in the potting mix, in the cactus mix before. And this one had a lot of roots, and before I repotted this, I had brought this plant out and placed it out over there, but it's in the sun. And what happened was there was a sunburn on some of these leaves, like right here. You can still see that there's sunburn on them, but the new leaves are growing back, and they're doing pretty well. We get new leaves growing out from here as well, and then over here you got a lot of new growth also. So looking down here, you have 2 stalks coming out. And this one looks like it's doing well. And this one was one of the older seeds that was in the clay pot. And this potting mix here that we put into this larger pot is a mixture of potting soil and the cactus mix. But if you look at the top, it looks like there's a lot of the potting soil instead. So hopefully down below, it's a little bit looser, to allow the roots to grow. And maybe one day I would dig it up a little and see how well the roots grow. Okay, so this one was from the clay pot. Okay, so this one was seed number 4. And although it's not growing tall, it's growing wide. Okay, so this one was potted in 100% potting soil. And for all of these, I had left the seed on top of the soil. It wasn't completely submerged in the soil like I had to do the first one, because this one is pretty steady. When the gardener comes and blows, it doesn't blow this over. So this one looks very healthy. It's full. It looks like it's really, really full. It's not tall, but pretty thick with a lot of leaves coming out from the side. So this one's doing really well. And then my last one, I was going to give this to my mother-in-law, but never got a chance to give it to her. This one, as you recall in my last video, all these leaves were drooping. And I had left this out here along with, I put it on top of pot number 4, like this for a long time, and left it out in the elements. But about a month ago, I brought this inside to see how the warmth would spur growth, or whether it would or not. Not sure, but it looks like it is a lot more healthier. And it looks like there's new leaves growing off from the top. And I've been debating whether I should move this into a larger pot because looking here at the roots, they look like they're being constrained by the cup. But it's still doing well. I think I'll leave it in here for a while. Maybe when I bring it out to my mother-in-law, she'll most likely repot it, but it'll be easier for me to transport if I leave it like this. So fortunately, these plants are outdoors right now, and fortunately the weather here hasn't been that bad. It's the beginning of February now, and I think the coldest of the winter season, cross my fingers, has passed us. And the coldest it has gotten at night was probably in the high 30s. And there weren't any times when the weather forecast had said there was a danger of frost for potted plants. But I do have a contingency of bringing these inside when it does get below, say 35 or so. But I haven't had to do it yet, and but I'm ready for it. So hopefully, when it gets warmer, these plants will grow better, and I'll probably do another video. Probably in the springtime, so that we can see if the warmer weather helped to grow anymore. But this is an update for the fall and most of winter season that I had these plants outdoors. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you all next time.